Well, it's early September now, and just about everybody here in the United States has gone back to school. Now, one of the most common problems this time of year is not having enough time for your YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to give you some tips and strategies to help you avoid neglecting your YouTube channel so it continues to grow.
YouTube Simplified.
Hi, and welcome to Creator Fundamentals. My name is Dan Courier, and it is my mission to simplify YouTube so you and I can grow together. I get it, I've been there, you go back to school, and it just occupies most of your time. But if you are a YouTuber, if you have an existing channel, or you want to start one, there are ways that you can manage your time to get it done. In this video, I'm going to share a few tips to help you do just that. And hey, this video is sponsored by People of Video. People of Video is your East Coast conference for online video creators who want to build a business around their brand and passion. It's coming May 2nd and 3rd, 2020, and you can find out more information at peopleofvideo.com. Be sure to get your tickets quick because they will sell out. All right, so time always gets in the way of trying to make content here on YouTube. That is not made any easier when you have to go back to school. Obviously, school is by far the most important thing you need to focus on. So what do you do to make some time for your YouTube channel? All right, so one of the biggest things that I found is the least you have to do at that moment when you want to start recording, the better. And the way we do that is by planning. This also gives us the opportunity to do little things that help us prepare for a video when we don't have a bunch of time or we can't be standing in front of the camera. I use a free app called Evernote. You can get it on your PC or your mobile device, and that is a good way to make notes and gather your thoughts prior to actually setting up the camera. And hey, just to jump in, I said setting up the camera, but another super tip is being in a position where your camera is always set up. If you're somebody who's using your phone, I would just designate an area where you make your videos, and maybe you have your tripod or your phone stand set up and ready to go, so it lowers the barriers to actually pushing that record button. So planning ahead of time is super important. Using Evernote to come up with video ideas, listing those video ideas out, get an idea of the metadata and everything that you want to use. Maybe when you have spare time, you can plan your thumbnail ahead of time. All these things that you can do that don't require you to be in front of the camera are going to be a really important step in allowing you to continue to create content when you feel overwhelmed and you don't have a bunch of time. So anytime you have a few minutes of downtime and you have your phone in your hand, you can be researching and figuring out what you're going to be making videos about. It doesn't matter if you're not able to make that video this week or next week, or maybe it's a video for a month down the road. The important thing is you start to collect those thoughts, you get them listed, so when the time comes to make a video, you already have a list and you just have to pick one. All right, so this is a little step that I implemented a couple years ago, and it really made a big difference for me, and you may already be doing it, but I'll share it with you anyway. When I first started recording, I would think of something that I wanted to say, I would push record, I would say it, and then I would stop. If I screwed up, I'd stop the video, and then I would try to figure out exactly what I would want to say. I'd click record, screw it up, click record, screw it up, and that would just go on and on. What I have since done is I let the video run. The entire video for all the different thoughts that I want to have and all the different screw-ups that I do along the way, they're all on a single video. So I'll be here, I'll be like, hi, my name is Dan, and if I screw it up, then I just reset. I can just stand here. You don't have to stop the camera and, you know, gather your thoughts. I have a lot of just unused footage of me just looking off to the side, thinking about exactly what I want to say. And I don't always get it right. Sometimes it takes me 10, 15 takes. I've already done several versions of the video you've seen so far, but it's just important. It really helps you to stay in the mindset, not have to worry about the equipment. It's recording. It's going to take care of everything. And then when you go to edit it, there's some tips that you can use to find the good one. And in my case, depending on the editing software that you're using, you can see the longest areas of speech or sound on your video, and that kind of gives you an idea of the good takes, because the bad takes tend to be shorter. All right, so instead of trying to make videos during the week when you obviously have schoolwork and homework and other considerations that go along with school, maybe you play sports and those kind of things, it's important for you to find time to actually record the videos. One of the ways you can do that is through bulk recording. Now, when you have everything else planned out prior to the weekend, say you can find an hour on the weekend to actually record. So maybe on Saturday, you find yourself an hour, you have come up with 2 or 3 or 4 video ideas, you set up the camera, you start recording, and then you record the videos for all of those 3 or 4 videos. It can be rough footage. You don't have to worry about editing at this point. You just want to get the footage that you need on the camera. And then the next time you can find an hour, maybe you can find an hour on Saturday and an hour on Sunday. Maybe on Sunday you take that footage, you either transfer it to your computer or you're editing it on your phone, and you break up that footage into the 4 different videos. It can be rough, but you got to get the projects going for each of those 4 videos. And then if you have time, you can go in and trim those actual videos or that footage down into full videos, or you can just separate them into the 4 chunks and have them almost ready to go for when you need to release a video. Then that gives you the opportunity at a later time to go into each of those videos, trim them up, polish them up, do your cuts and everything, maybe add music and that type of stuff. But doing those bulk things kind of in a conveyor belt fashion where you're doing the same task among multiple content at the same time can really help you get more done in a shorter amount of time. Because if you're like me, when I'm trying to do a video from beginning to end, all kinds of thoughts and ideas pop into your head and they tend to slow you down or send you off on a tangent that doesn't really lead to a finished product. By doing it in bulk where you're doing a particular task among multiple videos, it allows you to just focus on that task. You're not trying to be creative when you're chopping up the videos, you're just trying to get them into 4 chunks. Once you get into the individual videos, that's the time to add a little creativity, maybe in the way that you edit them for the final product, but getting those steps done ahead of time is really going to help you get out more content in the middle of a busy schedule. If you've been running your YouTube channel through previous school years, let us all know in the comments below the tips and tricks that you're using to make sure that your YouTube channel thrives while you're in school. And hey, don't forget this video is sponsored by TUBEBUDDY. TUBEBUDDY is the #1 browser plugin for managing and growing your YouTube channel. It's available to download for free. There's a link in the description below, or you can go to trytubebuddy.today and get started for free. All right, and the last tip that I wanted to share with you has to do with what you do with all that footage when you start bulk recording videos. Obviously, you don't want to record 4 videos and then put them all out on consecutive days, and the way that you get around that is by scheduling the releases of your videos. Now, when I upload videos, I always upload everything in unlisted so I can tweak the metadata, add the custom thumbnail, and get everything exactly the way I want it before I publish it. You can do that with all of these videos when you're actually done with your final edit. Get them all uploaded to YouTube in that unlisted mode, and then you can actually schedule each video to release at a specific time. Now, YouTube does have some scheduling functionality, but the way that I actually schedule my videos, and I find it easier, is using TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy has a feature that allows you to schedule your video out to a certain time, automatically add it to the playlist that you want to add it to, and it's just a really convenient way for me to get those videos published in the future without having to wait until then to upload them to YouTube. They send you an email notification that lets you know when your video goes public. It works in my system, and I think it offers a little bit more flexibility than YouTube's built-in scheduling of a video into the future. And if you've never scheduled videos with TubeBuddy, stay tuned to the end screens and I will share a video with you on how to schedule videos using TubeBuddy. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments below what you've been doing to help make sure your YouTube channel stays growing strong while you're in school. The end screen's coming right up, so be sure to check out that video on how to schedule your videos using TubeBuddy.